Next one, zero invitation to come by their store to take a look. When a dealer just picks up the phone and they sound like a call center, right? And they're just picking up the phone and they're just answering your phone calls. Not once has it ever come out of their mouth, please come and see us. Come and look for me. My name is Jay at Jay's Audio Lab. Come and see me. I'm here. This is my schedule. Text me. Here's my number. Anytime you want to show up, I want to make sure I'm there to greet you, to talk to you, to let you know, and show you what we got that's new. Again, if they don't ever invite you to the store, they are making so much money. You are like the trailing zeros, insignificant to them. And that's bad. That's terrible. Because some dealers, especially the major players that are making tons of money, okay, they tend to have this way of being. Why? You wonder, but why, Jay? Why do they make so much money then if they are really sorry as a service provider or, as a dealer, as a store? Simple. They have been in business for a long time. They have a ton of customers, established customers, return customers that drop a lot of money. You're just a small fish in the pond. You are, again, insignificant to them because you don't have any relationship with them. The attention that goes into you is very little. But little do they know that you might be a billionaire for all they know, right? And that's what I'm saying. It is important that you learn to identify. Now, I'm not going to say only big dealers do this. I've seen all kinds of dealers do this. But for the most part, the major players that are just cashing, they're taking, like the movie Scarface, money straight to the bank in duffel bags. If you've seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about. They don't care about your 50 cents. They don't care. And you're going to be treated like that. The next one is they always direct you to buy the most expensive items. This is a dealer trying to milk you. Okay? If they're always going to recommend the most expensive items, they're trying to milk you. They are looking at you as a one-time sale and they want to hit a home run like Sammy Sosa so they could be going on vacation to Hawaii next week. Okay? Remember that. The dealers that always pitch the most expensive stuff they have, I'm telling you right now, that is not the conversation. Should start on the lighter side, meaning on the not so expensive stuff, and then maybe escalate to the more expensive stuff. If you want to take it there as a consumer, that's fine. They took you to the high level because you started inquiring about it, so they showed it to you, right? But right out of the gate, their recommendation is a $300,000 speaker. Yeah, they're eating big, guys. They're trying to retire early. Okay, remember that. That doesn't mean they can't talk to you about anything ultra expensive. That means that they should start the conversation with more affordable stuff and work you to the more expensive stuff. Now, if it's coming from you as a buyer to talk about the expensive stuff and you're interested in that, of course they're going to, and they should talk to you about it. But if their first instinct on their part is straight into the most expensive room, yeah, guys, you know what's going on there. All right, you know what's going on. Check their pockets if you can. The last one, they never follow up with you, ever. Now, of course, I'm going to say this to be fair. They can't follow up on every single John that rolls up in there. They can't do that, okay? We understand that. But if you've gone there several times and you've met up with them and you keep listening and you sound very interested and you are really there and they know you're there ready to buy, common sense is they call you. Unless you say, hey, I can't talk, I'm at the office, that's different, okay? But they should be able to email you or call you. Hey, following up with you, wanted to know if you had further questions about the component. Is there anything else I can do to assist, to help you make this purchase or to close out this deal? Let me know what I can do. That's what a business does. That's what a real dealer does. Again, cannot be done with every customer. Let's keep it real. But those of you who are seriously looking for components, okay, that you have shown deep commitment should be getting this kind of treatment. All right, so now I'm going to flip this. I'm going to flip it and I'm going to turn the tables. I just went over dealers and now I'm going to go over us buyers. So here I'm going to talk about some of the things that let dealers know who you are. If you're serious, or you're a tire kicker, or you're just bored to death, you have nothing better to do, you're burning their time, you really are bored at home and you went to drop off the wife at the mall and you're going into the store demanding attention, but you really have no interest in buying, you're not a serious buyer. These are some of the things that you do, and I have done this too, as a buyer, that lets a dealer know what is going on with you. Number one, you come into their store to listen each week for months at a time. And you have sat with them. You have wanted rooms set up, cables, power cords, yada, yada, yada. And you're still yet to make a purchase. Now, I understand you want attention before you buy something. And I understand you want to audition things. That's fine, guys. That's totally fine, guys. But there is only a certain amount of time that a dealer is going to do that before they say this dude is a waste of time. We've been setting up demos for him for like over a month. He ain't buying nothing. Eventually they have to move on to the next customer. And that's reality, guys. That's just not with this dealer. That could be a car dealer. That could be in any industry. There's no like unlimited amount of time that you can be listening and driving a car, test driving a car before you decide to buy it. I mean, eventually you have to make up your mind. And especially in this such a small industry, eventually you have to say, hey guys, look, so you've heard the amplifiers for 5 weeks straight. You've come in here 3 times a week. You've scheduled time with me. I have plugged, unplugged everything. We've tried everything here in the room. Are you buying anything or not? That's how they easily know if you're wasting their time or not. Okay, that is usually one way of knowing if you are not buying anything. Next one is you call every dealer, and this is a real fact, guys. For you guys who do not know, this is a fact. You call every dealer out there, get a price for a product, and then you call the next dealer who also carries the same line, and then you leverage the other dealer's price against this other dealer. Oh yeah. Hey, how much for this Mephisto? Oh yeah, I'll give it to you, $61,000 MSRP. Oh well, this Jay's Audiolab was giving it to me for 30, and he's a dealer too. Guys, what do you think happens next? That dealer calls the factory, the manufacturer, or the distributor, and says, "There's a guy here calling around looking for this product, and he's called every dealer. He's leveraging us." Now you just put yourself on a blacklist, basically a black book. Now every dealer knows about you. They know who you are. They know more than you know about yourself. Okay, so can't really be doing that, guys. Leverage a dealer against the other. It's not cool. Okay, and I know, listen, I'm guilty of that. In the past, I'm guilty of that, guys. But the reality is, if you're looking for the used market, that's a different thing. But if you're buying something new, guys, brand new, I mean, call, get a price. Thank you for your time. If you're going to call the next dealer, thank you for your time. But you don't throw a dealer against the other. Like, you really don't do that. That's pretty low, if you ask me. Okay, they don't need to know how much of a better deal you can get through another dealer. Okay, you're just burning bridges there if you're doing that. You're hurting the dealers, and you're hurting yourself. If you got a good deal from a different dealer, keep it to yourself. Call the next one, that's fine. Get a price, keep it to yourself. Stop leveraging. It doesn't work. You're making yourself look bad. The next one is you constantly complain that the prices are outrageously high. I got a hint for you. MSRP. Manufacturer's suggested retail price. It's not dictated by the dealer. The dealer doesn't set prices. That comes from the factory, from the manufacturer, okay? They're just doing business with you. They're the middlemen, essentially. So complaining to the dealer that all these components are so much money, it's too expensive, that's not their fault, guys. They didn't set the prices. They didn't. Call the manufacturer and tell them their amplifiers are too much money to make a cheaper product for you. Dealer can't do anything about it. So why complain to him or her? Right? The next one. This one is one of the funniest ones I've heard. But I'm going to try to replicate. I'm going to try to play out the scenario. Call the dealer. Phone is ringing. Dealer picks up. Here you go. Yeah, I'd like to get a Boulder 2110 line stage. What can you do? And the dealer will say, well, okay, yeah, I'll do, it's $60,000 MSRP. I can give you 10% off. Okay, 10% off, cool. So that means, $55,000 or $54,000. Okay, great. Okay, so what about if I trade in my line stage and my 2 amplifiers? What can you do? See, you were smart there. You think dealers don't know this tactic. You try to get a deal coming in from the get-go because you introduce yourself as a serious buyer who has money, at least. You give the impression because you're asking for it, and that you want to buy the product outright. You didn't mention anything about trade. You got a discount, but now you're willing to trade in your gear, so you're trying to narrow their profit by doing that. Instead of saying, I am interested in a Boulder 2110, and I got a couple of items I'd like to trade in. Can we put a deal together? Can you give me a quote? Can you put something together for me and let me know what you can do? See, that's different. But what you try to do is try to get a discount entering, not mention anything. Do not mention anything about the trades, right? And then you drop the trades on the dealer right after the dealer gave you a discount. It doesn't work that way, guys. It doesn't work. You always heard it. Cash is king. If the impression is that you're coming to buy with nothing to trade in, the dealer assumes that, then they give you a price. Okay, but you need to come clean from the get-go. You need to come in and say, I have the following items. I am interested in this. If I traded this into you, what can we do? So you want top dollar for your trades and a discount on the product. That's what I'm saying, right? So transparency is key. They know these tactics. Dealers are not stupid. They know this, guys. They know this. Then the last one, which it was a reason I wasn't going to use in the beginning, because I know that it may ruffle some feathers the wrong way. But this is the last thing that I think a lot of people do currently. I don't know, ladies, if you're listening to me, I don't know why us men do this, but this is something that is notorious in this industry. They pull the wife card. So they call the dealer. Yeah, I'm interested in buying, some transparent cables. And I'm looking at a specific model, the Opus. If you can make me a deal right now, I will buy it right now. I'm ready to go. I'm just looking for the right deal. Dealer pulls up the computer. Yeah, I'll let you have it for 20% off MSRP. Then you get silence. Well, okay, let me talk to the wife and then I'll get back to you. Guess what? You ain't buying nothing. Don't lie. You're not buying nothing. You're not buying nothing. You're not buying nothing. Right? You're not buying nothing. And I don't want to hurt anyone by saying this, but unfortunately, that is one way of telling a dealer you're not interested, you're out. Instead of just being a man up and say, listen, I can't do 20, but if you're willing to meet me at 30 off, I'll buy it right now. Be straight up. What's the worst thing that can happen? The dealer tells you no, can't do. Why bring the wife into the conversation? Now, I know some of you guys indeed do make purchases and you need your wife's, approval or at least go over it with her. I get that because some of this stuff is very expensive. But I know there is about 75% of you all out there using that. And you know them well. That's a lie. Okay? That's a lie. And I'm talking to that 75%. Stop doing that. Be a man. Just tell the dealer flat out, listen, 20% doesn't work. Give me 30 and right now I got the credit card in my hand. So those are the things that are pain points on both ends. And I wanted to make this video to just call those out. Put it out front and center. I know some dealers are going to be glad that I made this video because I said things to you all that they can't tell you personally because it can, hurt their business. But I also did the same thing the other way around where I'm calling out dealers when it comes to their practices and what they should be doing better. Now, if you're going to be looking at me and say, well, Jay, what do you do? Don't worry. Don't worry about Jay. Don't worry about Jay. Jay's got his own way. And you're not doing what Jay is doing. You guys are not doing what I'm doing, okay? What I'm doing is not something you all are doing. Think of me as a window to sit down, grab your favorite drink, and put your headphones on and listen. And then hopefully what I have done here helps you one way or the other into like making a future purchase, a successful future purchase. What Jay does is completely different. I am way left field. Okay, but I was where you all are today. I was. Believe me. And I was guilty of doing those things that I just talked about. But I've learned. And now I'm understanding the buyer side and the dealer side because I do have very close relationships with a lot of great dealers out there. A lot of great dealers that are out there that are working hard and that, they wish they can say some of these things to you all and they can't because they got bills to pay. They got a family to feed. Okay, so I feel like it was just necessary to do it both ways, where I can talk about the dealer and I can talk about the buyers. Do it equally. Okay, and then we can hopefully have a better 2021, guys. The reality is this industry is very small. Believe me, even what I'm doing with a mere 3,600 subscribers, I feel like I have 300,000 subscribers all of a sudden. I get emails every day. Everybody knows, every store. They know who I am. They heard about me. And I'm like, Jesus, and I've only been doing this for, 12 months? And I'm a nobody in comparison to other channels. Because the industry is very small. If you look at the audio industry as a whole, having 3,500 subscribers or 600 subscribers is actually a lot. Anyway, guys, that's all I had for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. More to come on my channel. I hope you guys really, really continue to follow my journey. And I will be doing a lot more to come pretty soon. Yes, I know some of you guys are wondering what those cables are. I'm sure you guys know what they are by looking at them. So I won't talk about them right now. For now, that's all I got. Please subscribe. Thank you again, guys, and good night.